Right folks, so I've just quickly selected the airport. I'm going to do this flight, this real-world flight, which leaves Kullu Manali, and it goes to this airport called Dehradun, and we're going to go to this airport here, which is sort of still in the foothills of the Himalayas, and it's even got a proper arrival here. So we are going to attempt this flight here. So I think in real life it's a one way in, one way out airport. So you will depart out runway 16, I believe it is, get up out of the valley, and then this airport's got a localizer, which is great. So we come in here and try this airport. How it goes, we'll find out what there is actually at this airport. This is just the default sim Microsoft Flight Simulator airport. So what is there, what isn't there will not be there, but we'll try it, folks. So we'll get into the plane and we will quickly do a few get it set up for our flight out of here. So let's jump in and go to get SimBrief open. We're just going to enter it raw data into here. So go to data, we can go to the init, position it, we'll just update this. Not too sure you do that in real life, but there we go, we did it. Flight plan, so we're going to leave depart Kullu Manali, VIBR/VIDN, execute. Then from there we're just going straight to Pegma. Execute, and we do have an approach for this, which is brilliant. So we're going to do the localizer runway 8 approach, none, and we're going to do via SP, I think it is. Execute, clear that discontinuity there, execute. Now we don't have any, we're not going to be taking off from runway. Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. My famous saying, to depart and we'll have to come around out here and U-turn around and come back. We'll give it a go, eh? I have no idea if they do this in real life, but let's try it, eh? So we're going to depart runway 34, none, execute. So we'll just set that into here. Our heading will be 34, which is basically there. 34, done. Set our altitude. Our cruising altitude is going to be 15,000 feet. Come into data, come into init, come into performance. Make sure you type that in here and make sure it's in bold like it is, and our rate is going to be set it to 17. It's almost there, about our fuel, so that's set, and our payload's going to be we'll make it just a little bit less because it is a very short runway. Right, so we will add in 1, 7, 8, 9 in here. 0 fuel weight. Seven, 8, 9, 17,986. 17,698 will give us bang on, perfect. Our reserve fuel is going to be, what's it in here? 400 kilograms of fuel. Don't need that anymore, and we'll come into our performance page and make it 5,000 feet. Next page, 5,000 feet. Oh, wrong one. Oh, actually, I've got the charts for it, so I'll just double check that. While that's loading up, I'll just see what the QNH is going to be here. I think it's thereabouts, the same everywhere, 107. ,000 feet is our trans altitude. Right, that's all set. We can now, does it have Weber here? No Weber, so I'm just going to try and find the airport. (120/2). Right, that's all set. We can now close up this aircraft. Leave the chocks in for now, just clear that. Right, let's get this plane started up, eh? So we can turn on these, turn on our warning lights, turn on our beacon, and we can now select this to A and B, and we can turn on the fuel pump for engine number 1, and we can start her up. And now we can engage fuel, like so, and what we will do is we'll go to this page here by clicking on this one here. We can go to our takeoff data, we can reset fuel and confirm takeoff data, set our trim like so, and that's all set up. And we can now turn off our prop brake. So remember, you have to push this little hydraulic auxiliary button here, come up here, now you can release it. And that should get the propeller spinning, perfect. We can release the chocks now, and then we can put these conditioners into auto, set flaps, and now we can go through. What we will do is we'll turn off our packs. Come through here, we'll just go through final preparation. We've already done all of that. That's all done before taxi. Just increase the throttle. can hear it powering up. That should get rid of all of these warning lights up here, so that means it's all correctly powered on. We can turn this on. Set flaps 15. And we can now start our taxi. We'll just pretend that guy is no longer there. And we can turn on our strobes and our landing lights. And we're pretty much ready to take off. Oh, we set up maps, let's do that again. And let's attempt to take off from this runway and see how we go. And we'll just get rid of this gust lock, we don't need that. Just go for our takeoff performance, just clear these. So that's all set, that's all ready to go. Perfect. We will set our heading for this one. We'll just use heading and indicator airspeed for when we engage the autopilot. Don't need that just for now, so we can get rid of that. And I get the feeling by the setup of the runway, it definitely is one way in, one way out. We'll set ourselves up for a nice little wee challenge and a scenic flight as well. Our throttles really revved up. We might even do full takeoff power for this one. This is going to be very, very tight. Ooh, that was lucky. There have probably been very severe weight limits for that takeoff, but because I don't have any data for that, therefore it's pretty much hit and miss. It's pretty much recording. But yeah, I feel like we can navigate this pretty well. So we'll just go to autopilot. We'll just use heading mode and use heading mode, and we will use indicated airspeed for our climb out of here. Flaps can come up, these can go back to auto. I'll turn off our landing lights. Taxiing lights can come off. Turn our packs on. And yeah, I think we're pretty much, we'll set this to, we'll keep it on takeoff, full power. Actually, no, we can set that to climb. We'll set barrow to standard. You know what, I probably could take off in this runway. Mind you, that mountain there is probably a bit too much for a everyday flight. But while we're at it, it's a good excuse to see how the scenery looks in 2020. I mean, it's very, very similar, isn't it, to 2024, but some of that texturing is a lot more in detail in 2024, I must say. Right, I'll speed it up a bit. We'll set this to, oh yes, in climb mode. Perfect. Right, we'll start out. We'll gauge nav mode, we'll engage VPath, indicated SP, VNav, we'll set this to auto, and let the products do its thing. Yeah, it's a really nice part of the world. Definitely recommend coming in here, folks. As I've said many, many times now since I've been doing these flights around this area, it's definitely worth it. Right, that's pretty much our flight set. We'll get our radio set up for our arrival quickly. So we are going to go to here, and then we're going to select 108.9. Enter. So that's set for that. We'll just set it for. We'll just get it all set up ready for our airport. And we're basically at cruising altitude, so we can set this not to cruise. What we will do is we'll go to our select course and we'll just preset our course while we're at it. So our course is going to be, our final course is 79, so we'll set our RLS course to 79 like so. As you can see it down here, very tiny writing, it's quite hard to read. That's set. Now put it back into FM selection, and then you have to re-engage nav mode, and I don't really need to have it in VNav because we're pretty much set with that. Because there's no altitude set here, I'm just going to select our there's no top of descent, so maybe if just clear that, I might just do anyway, we've set it up as much as we can for our arrival. Let's hope that I'm pretty sure that was all updated texture on all through there, wasn't it? I'm sure you can through everything and get out tonight. Yeah, that's basically where we sort of came from, right? So it shows you that the graphics are a bit more updated than the current pricing that we've been getting before, so that's good to see. Yeah, I mean, it's great to think now that the last 3 flights of, not 3 flights that I've done in the flights of 2024, just been blown away by the level of detail and whatnot. This almost feels outdated in a way. And this would have been such revolutionary graphics back in the day. Right, we'll just speed it up now, we'll keep going, keep cracking on. Enjoy the Himalayan foothills that we have as we're coming into the basically the Himalayas connecting with India. All of this here would be like priority rice, all of this farming here would be like rice paddy fields or probably tea plantations. This would be perfect tea plantation as growing environment for tea. Such a vast country India, so much to see and explore. I better get my kids some more food. And I think what I will do is I'm going to clear this waypoint here because that's that's part of this holding pattern here, so that's a little bit of an error there, so I'll come into this and actually it's, don't know why that's drawing that there and it's not in here. What should I do? So I'm definitely going to leak or whatever that is on here. We'll see what it looks like when we come around the corner here. Set our final approach fix to 4100, and when we're 7.3 nautical miles out, we want to be want to set it to around about 600-700 feet per minute for our descent, our 3-degree approach. Lovely livery this, isn't it? It just reminds me of the old original AMD livery. With that logo and these little outlines of the windows. And it's a very interesting new livery, isn't it? Don't know what you guys think about that, but I mean, it looks fresh and crisp, but it does look like your classic minimalist liveries of this generation, which is not a big fan of it. I do miss the old sheet lines and colours and whatnot of the old, of yesteryear. Setting this to 4100. And once at VNAV profile, just click on VNAV to VNAV path. It's funny like that. And then we'll just go through this, landing altitudes. Matches up with this. Where is it? Yep, that matches up. All of that's been checked and done, and approach, seatbelts, well, we forgot to turn them on, turn them off, so that's okay. Okay, we want to get rid of this waypoint here, so we're going to clear that. That looks a lot better. And we're just going to turn on our landing lights. Taxi lights can come on. We'll set our altimeters now by pushing B, and that's thereabouts what active sky predicted, so that's good. And then we'll just wait for our next this to come up soon. You sort of see these river beds that little, I'm not too sure if that's still functioning or if that's just like storm river beds, but you can imagine there being lots of different little rivers and streams that flow into the plains. Whether or not that's resulting dams or whatnot, who knows, but yeah, I can imagine that would be a lot more. Imagine that would be all former riverbeds, but it looks like that's still activated by the Himalaya, that it's got sediment and stuff will push along through. Right, we'll focus on this now. is it going to do this silly hold? Right, I'm just going to go into here, I'm going to select approach mode. This is what just little things like this just annoys me with this aircraft. It's just got so many silly little things that it does like that. It looks like it's going to do that hold there, which is part of the go around, so just things like that really do sort of take away the finer details of this aircraft, which is a bit of a shame. Right, we're just going to clear through all of these. Right, kind of disengage the autopilot, just increase that rate of descent. Fortunately didn't quite match the profile that it should, but that's okay.
Terrain. Pull up. Terrain. 500. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Perfect. Slightly off the centre line, but that was not too bad. So according to Google Maps, the main terminal is just at the end of this runway here, which is where we will park up. Not this one, but the next one. So we can now turn off the landing lights. Just turn off all of these because we don't really need them. It's not real life, so we can turn off all of our strobes and whatnot. Taxi lights. Can now come down here and set these back to auto. Just clear this checklist, which is what the first officer will be doing, but we don't have them on board today, it's just us. So we've got to do some of that stuff too, and here is our apron that we want to take. What we'll do is we'll just pretend that this has had a minute to cool down, so we'll try once more with our single engine taxi. We'll just take this middle part here, this imaginary middle one. And we can turn on our gust lock, close our gust locks. And we can basically shut down engine 1 completely. Turn off this, turn off our pitot, and that is us at our destination airport. Turn on our prop brake, turn off this fuel pump, and here we are, folks, at what airport is this called again? It's called Dehradun Airport. Oh, thanks heaps for coming along with this journey. Flying to a different airport in India, which I've never been to before, but in real life I definitely would come here. This looks like a place to start a little adventure in the foothills of the Himalayas here. And until next time, which we'll fly from Delhi to Kathmandu, and we'll just touch on a little bit on the adventures that I did to Lukla, which we didn't do unfortunately due to bad weather, but we were on the plane and then turned around, but we'll land this time and we'll come down to here, which is, come to this airport here, we've got a few cool operators, liveries in the ATR, and we'll fly to this airport here and we'll do a little tour of the national park that I went to. But yeah, until then, we'll see you again shortly. Thanks heaps for being a part of this journey, and we'll see you again in the next video. See you later.